Let's talk freedom. If freedom is a spectrum, how free are you? And how free do you want to be? So in my course, Return to the Wilds, we talk about freedom. Wander Free Wellness, you know I'm about freedom if you've been following me for any period of time. But freedom has many definitions. One of the definitions that I've been playing with that has to do with a vision that I hold for the world is that we are free in our own minds and hearts, free from programming, free from conditioning, free from indoctrination, so that we know that our thoughts are our thoughts. We know that our feelings are our feelings. And we know that our actions, our choices, come from within us. They are our choices to make. And they haven't been placed upon us through the programming of some external authority. Again, I mentioned freedom's a spectrum because we are constantly being programmed. We are constantly being conditioned. And I would find it hard to believe that there's any being on the planet that is not affected in some way by this programming. But how free are you? And how free do you want to be? It is a spectrum of how much we are affected by this indoctrination and programming and conditioning. When we're born, we come in free. We come in our natural, wild soul selves. We've just been popped into a body, whatever your beliefs are, and here we are on this earth. And from that moment, that's when the ideas and the programs of others start to be layered upon us, like layers of clothing, like layers of skin. The beliefs and ideas and messages that come first from our parents, from our peers, from our teachers, from the media, meaning any type of media that we consume. News, magazines, books, movies, TV shows, now social media, the internet. All of that affects how we formulate our beliefs, how we formulate our thoughts, what we feel, what we judge to be important or not important, what we judge to be good, bad, right, wrong. All of that starts to come from messages around us. How do we start to remove the layers of the conditioning to identify what is truly within us? What is truly the soul self? What is truly within you? And what is wanting to come forward? So all of these layers, I call these the cages, society's cages, because we are put inside a cage and a box. And for many of us, we live there for our entire lives, believing that this is the only way to be, the only way to think. We don't know we're in a cage until it is brought to our attention that we are within a cage, that there's another way of doing it. Now, some of us, it's brought to our attention through experiences, traumatic experiences, through other teachers, through starting to feel like something's wrong within our being. This can be feelings of disenchantment, depression, just feeling like something's not quite right. Always longing for another way of being, but not knowing how to access it or to access your full potential. These can all be signals that are starting to wake us up that this conditioning, this cage, this box is not working for us anymore. And so in my course, Return to the Wilds, the reason why I created this course is as a means to start to identify some of these cages. We look at them, and through 7 different themes where I model sort of the themes of the 7 chakras, we look at how is society programming us in this area of our life? How are we trapped? How are we stuck? And then what are the keys to start to return to the self? And through the keys of new ways of being, practices, different types of practices, practices in nature, practices to connect with yourself through writing, through meditation, through ritual, And through our meetings together within this course, we start to peel back those layers. We start to shed the skin and reveal the true wild self within. So how free are you? And how free do you want to be? Because everything is within you, and you have the capacity to continue to remove those layers and be as free as you desire. So will you come with us?